And welcome back to the Texas Only Challenge here on Madden 23, where finally we've had a good start to a season. It took until season 4, but we are currently 6-1 second in the league. So I think we're going to start off this episode as our first 2 games would be against the Jaguars and the Titans, which are bottom of the AFC South, our division, with the Jaguars 2-4, Titans 2-5. I think we're going to start off with a handful of sims to get us going. The goal is to easily make it into the playoffs and finish off the regular season this episode. Now, if things get dicey as we go, that can change. But one thing I do want to note is that we'd have another breakout opportunity. The last one didn't go all too well for us. This one for John Franklin Myers. I want to say last game he had 3.5 sacks. He will need 3 interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, or sacks, or the defense will just have to hold the Jaguars to less than 50 rushing yards and 0 rushing touchdowns. It's a tall task. He's coming off a Player of the Week performance. Can he get the job done? And we drop this game in overtime, 37-31. We allowed 472 total yards on their offense. Rushing yards definitely didn't hold them to less than 50. They had 136. And Franklin Myers did not record a single tackle for loss. Instead, Bernard and Omenahu had one. He did not record a single sack either. That would be Matabuke and Oliver. Nor did he get 3 interceptions. That would be Bernard and Drummond. So we had some nice interceptions. It seemed like the defense had an okay game, but we gave up just a lot of points. So unless he forced 3 fumbles, which we didn't force a single one, that is another development boost we are not getting. Offensively, Townsend, a little under 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked once, and it looks like Richardson threw 1 pass that was caught for a touchdown. I like it. 100% completion percentage for him, 70 for Townsend. As for the rushing game, solid day for Spiller, 5 yards a carry. Townsend ran the ball in himself, and Ali did as well. So we played well, just the defense gave up too much. 87 yards for Evans, 81 for Sampson, and then 70 for Duvernay, who had the touchdown. But with the win, the 10-9 win over the Colts, we still stay first in the AFC South by half a game. So we're not sitting very comfortably up top. We don't play the Colts again till the final game of this season, and we drop from second down to 4 with a handful of teams who are all 6-2. So we're going to need some wins if we're going to lock in at least a first round bye in the playoffs. That would be nice. And it is now a losing streak to the bottom 2 teams of our own division. We scored a lot of points in the second, a lot of points in the fourth, but we came up 3 points shy of at least tying the game, sending it into overtime as we drop it 35-32, giving up almost 400 yards, 167 rushing yards, 224 passing yards. We threw for almost 350. We only ran it for 60, which is, about what we planned to. We're not a run-first team, and Townsend had a really good game. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's had an interception in a lot of games recently, which is more than what he had last year, but maybe he's throwing more touchdowns. He was also sacked 3 times, completed 68% of his passes. But the defense, to the rookie quarterback out of Miami of Ohio, we allowed an 80% completion percentage. We only sacked him 1 time. We did pick him off twice, so that's good, but we also gave up 3 touchdowns, 224 yards. Spiller averaged over 4 yards a carry. Same for Townsend on 2 carries. Duvernay ran the ball once for 2 yards. Receiving wise, it was all Duvernay though. 157 yards on 8 catches, 3 touchdowns. Next best guy was Mike Evans, 68 on 6. Sampson, 63 on 6. And Christian Kirk also caught a touchdown. Only 2 catches though. Mathis led us in tackles with 10. We had 3 guys with a tackle for loss. Franklin Myers finally getting one of those. Also Matabuke and Roberts. Only 1 sack, Ed Oliver. And Randy Lennon and Donovan Wilson got the INTs. Now, while we're not having much luck in the games, we're having a little bit of luck in our division. The Colts also lost, so we're still atop the AFC South, which means we're still in line for a playoff spot. But that seeding is dropping. Again, we started this episode second in the league. We are now down at 7. So we've dropped 5 spots in 2 games on a 2-game losing streak. We are now set to play against the Arizona Cardinals, who are 2-6, basically the same that the Titans and Jaguars were to start this episode, and we've lost to both of them. So I feel like we need to watch this game, try to right some wrongs here, and get a victory. So let's jump in. And we'll be starting off on defense, and it's been the defense that I think's been the problem already this episode. They've allowed consistently over 30 points, which needs to get better as we almost get the pick on the sideline. I think that was Randy Lennon knocking it away. They do have Justin Jefferson, I'm pretty sure, on this team. Alvin Kamara in the backfield, so they have some dudes that we'll need to keep an eye on. Justin Fields scrambles here with a bunch of open room. We'll slide down in front of the safety. So the D-line definitely going to have a tall task of trying to get back there, containing Fields and bringing him down for a loss. DB's also going to have a lot of guys to cover as they're going to find a wide open guy here, gain of 7. That one caught by, I believe it's Isaiah Hodges. Might be wrong, but it's Hodges. I know that one. 2nd and 2, Kamara gets a handoff down the middle, and that is a great run stuff. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about half a yard lost. Franklin Myers back there. 3rd and 2, a heavy set, triple tight ends to the top. Will be a pass, though. Quick dump off, caught, 1st down. Now in plus territory, they'll go empty. 2 up top, trips to the bottom. Kamara in that top slot, as that's where they go on the quick little curl route. Mathis left him wide open. And perhaps we're getting a good look at what's been wrong with this defense. Just coverage not being tight enough, not allowing much of a pass rush to develop, as Fields, with a lot of space, a little help from a lineman, trucks one of our defensive linemen. That's another 1st down, this time inside the red zone. Looks like we'll try to bring a little bit of pressure here. Double A-gap look. Do send the blitz. Nice stop at the line there, Ed Oliver. Loss of 1. And honestly, not even the run stopping has been very good. We've consistently allowed at least over than 125 rushing yards. As that one stuffed at the line once again. Maybe about half a yard gained. We'll make it 3rd and 10. Double running back shotgun look here. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Hard count, no one jumps. Fields going to roll down to the bottom. That is not very good contain. We do have a guy out there who will escort him towards the sideline. That was Drummond, making it a 4th and 2. And they'll go ahead and send out the field goal team here. Kicking from the 16, making a 26-yarder for the first points of the game. Cardinals take the lead. Now, the side of the team that hasn't been a problem has been the offense. They've been consistently putting up a lot of points. It's just their defense hasn't really been helping them out, which is kind of the opposite of what we've seen previously, where the defense has done really good, kept things close, but the offense just hasn't been able to score. Not the case in this episode. We go with a short pass here, caught close to the first is Sampson. They'll mark us shy, although clearly that ball is past the line to gain. 3rd and inches. Will be a play action pass. Dumped off. Duvernay caught. 1st down. Gain of about 5.5 yards. And now we'll switch things up a little bit. Strong eye formation. Hard count, no one jumps. I feel like no one ever jumps off those in the CPU games. Run down the middle. Gain of 4. And now we'll go with a twin look up top. 1 receiver off the bottom of the screen. Spiller gets the handoff. No, not Spiller. That's Ali, who trucks the defender, carries him for the 1st, but a flag comes in. And of course, on a 1st down run, we get the holding call. So we'll back it up. Similar formation here, just moving the tight end towards the top. Will be a pass all the way up there and in between our 2 receivers. Looks like neither one of them really cared to try to catch that one. So 3rd and 15. Looks like trips down to the bottom. Sampson off top of the line. Will be a pass. Townsend in the pocket, going across the middle and intercepted in triple coverage. He's been doing that way too much recently. I don't know why. His rookie year, he only had 5 interceptions. He's well past that in his sophomore season. But with perhaps a lot of games to get through today, we'll jump to some quicker sim. Alvin Kamara, 9-yard run, setting up 3rd and 1. Matabuke making a play, forcing yet another field goal. So right now, defense is doing better. We're not allowing a whole lot for, oh, well, we're bending, but we're not breaking. 2-yard loss there by Spiller as we start the second quarter. Pass thrown away, 3rd and 12. Pass thrown away. Why is that even a thing? We punt the ball away. They'll start close to midfield at the 45. 8-yard rush gives them a first down into plus territory. Another 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5, 11 yards. So far, all Alvin Kamara in this drive as they work their way inside the 30, inside the 25, and not inside the red zone. 1-yard loss. And then inside the 5. Justin Jefferson, 20-yard gain, and touchdown to Byron Robinson. All right, you're down 13 zip, about halfway through the second quarter. We haven't moved the ball at all. Let's change that this drive. As we go the pass right down the seam, love it. Sampson, close to midfield. And I did challenge the passing game. I said get 300 plus passing yards in this game. We have less than 40 right now. With a handoff down the middle, Spiller, solid gain, carries the defender, 6 yards. On 2nd and 4, we'll spread wide here. 2 up top, 2 to the bottom. In the shotgun look, take the snap, Townsend. Quick throw across the middle, that's going to be caught. Duvernay, first down as we work our way inside the 40. Now a tight shotgun look, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Spiller goes out of the backfield. Pass across the middle, nice caught. Duvernay tried to stay on his feet, but couldn't quite keep it up. Down to the 22. But finally starting to see a little bit of rhythm here as I knock on the desk for a little bit of some good luck. We got a bunch up top, 1 to the bottom. Townsend in the pocket, waiting. Pass rush is going to hit home and fumbled. Scooped up by the D-line. Well, apparently I didn't knock on the desk good enough. And if I remember correctly, one of his traits was good sense of pressure. Haven't seen it. Sack Matabuke, second big play of the game. 3rd and 14, force the throwaway. All right. So we now have a 2-minute offense out there. So we get about a 10-yard gain. 2nd and 1, a throwaway 3rd and inches. Reception for 0 yards, but we have the first down. Right. With about a minute left on the clock, we do have all 3 of our timeouts. I'm going to jump out here with the offense, try to help us take control if we can. Townsend's going to have to step up, scramble, has a bunch of room over to this right-hand side. Defender coming in, will step out of bounds, and that's a late hit. Savage clearly taking us out after we were already out of bounds, but no flag thrown. Seems like some very clear home field advantage for the Cardinals on that. This is not okay. Have a one-on-one situation deep. Christian Kirk has a defender beat and drops it in beautifully. That is how you come back from what should have been a flag. Throw a touchdown on the next play. I just want to get one more look at this. Townsend dropping back in the pocket, loads it up deep as it flies all the way down and just drops beautifully right over the defender. Well, at least we finally get on the board. Heck of a throw there from Townsend. He's definitely improved a lot in his deep and medium accuracies as the season has gone on. I want to say he's up to about 85 overall as Bernard knocks the pass away. 3rd and 5. Nice job. We'll get the ball back one more time. Close to midfield, around the 40. Actually at the 35 apparently. 31 seconds, 3 timeouts. I think we have a chance. We don't have to take too many deep shots because we do have all of our timeouts. So let's try to play smart here as they send a bit of a blitz. Get this one out to Spiller, who breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, breaks another tackle. Took a lot of time off the clock there for about an 8-yard gain. We'll call a timeout. But I will say, love the effort there from Spiller. He just refused to go down. Didn't end up netting us many yards, but still a great play as Kirk gets undercut. Great play there made by the safety. That's Savage, who had what should have been a flag on the last drive. Makes a big play here. And I think that's now 4 games in a row as Ed Oliver gets a sack, but 4 games in a row with at least 1 interception for Townsend. Got to find a way to clean that up. We do start with the ball here in the second half as we continue with the quicker sim. 7 yards from Spiller, as the penalty will give us a first down on 3rd down. 13 yards Mike Evans. Haven't noticed big games from him this season, or really even so Christian Kirk. I feel like most of the big games has been by Duvernay or Sampson. Sampson's also been pretty good as he gets 21 yards, knocked away here by Ward as we're sitting around the 23. 3rd and 10. 15 yards Mike Evans gets us inside the 10, and a touchdown to Isaiah Spiller. We will grab the lead with the Justin Tucker extra point. 14-13 as we keep this sim going. Defense has done a really good job of keeping us in this game. It could have gotten pretty bad early on with how poor the offensive start was, but the defense has kept us in it. They do give up the first down here on a 3-yard rush. 1st and 10. Another 3-yard rush. 2nd and 7. A penalty on Omenahu. That'll give them a 2nd and 2, which we get the throwaway. 3rd and 2. Kamara converts with another 3-yard run. A lot of those on this drive is, hey, now it goes in our favor. They're going to lose 3. 2nd and 13. Pass dropped. Brandon Hampton. 3rd and 13. Knocked away by Bernard. Do they kick the field goal? We block it. Okay, that works. I feel like that graphic should pop up with our team showing Texans blocked punt and then tell me who blocked the punt. Or kick, I should say. That would be more correct. Spiller, not getting much there. 7 rushes, 17 yards. Not a great game in the run situation. Better in the pass, minus the interceptions. As remember earlier when I said no one jumps on the hard count? Well, we did. So we'll back us up. 2nd and 16. Trips up top. Sampson just off the bottom of the line. Going to make an audible or hot route perhaps. Townsend in the pocket. Goes across the middle. Caught Sampson at the first down marker, and they give it to us. I will say he's not afraid of throwing it into tight coverage, which can be both good and bad. Hard count again. No one jumps. Townsend in the pocket. We'll dump this one off Spiller with some room to run. A nice little spin move will help net him some extra yards. Get us a first down. About a gain of 12. About 85-ish yards off of the 300 mark in the passing game. Bunch to the bottom, one up top. Under the pocket, Townsend drops back. Waiting, we'll dump it off, and we'll get some yards out of that. Be about a gain of 5. With him coming back, figured it was only going to end up being a gain of 2 or 3, but he was able to get back most of the yards that he lost coming back. 2nd and 5, Spiller down the middle. Good block by the center, and we trip on someone's leg. At least it's a first down as we sit just inside the 21 for the last play here of the 3rd quarter. So if we snap the ball, which we do, Spiller down the middle will be a solid rush there, about 7-8 yards. But that will send us on into the 4th, where it's a close game, 14-13, against a 2-win Cardinals team. We should be doing a lot better. Perhaps we're just a team that plays to the level of our opponent. So we're going to play really good against good teams and pretty bad against bad teams. Unless we could pick things up here in the 4th quarter as we get a first down by Mike Evans, setting us up at the 7. 228 passing yards for Townsend, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so not great. Will be a play action pass here. Townsend in the pocket. We'll go up top, going to find Cousins, who will maybe gain about half a yard. We'll switch it up a little bit, have 2 up top, 1 down to the bottom. No, 2 to the bottom. That is Townsend, not Townsend. He's the quarterback as we hand it off to Spiller. I was going to say Sampson in the bottom slot. But we tried to catch him off guard with a run, and now we'll go empty. Trips to the bottom, 2 up top. Spiller, I think, is in that top slot. Hard count, no one jumps. Sitting in the pocket, quick throw, caught. Christian Kirk into the end zone. We will widen our lead. That'll put us up by 8. I kind of want us to go for 2 here. And I mean, with the extra point, we would go up by 8. I will want to make that going up by 9 to make it a 2-score game. Let's try to find some space here. Have a guy in the back of the end zone. Townsend is going to end up scrambling with this one, and we'll squeak into the end zone. We will grab that 9-point lead, making it a 2-score game. So now we'll just need to see if our defense can hold on here. Cardinals, 8-yard gain, and it is Isaiah Hodges. I was correct. Alvin Kamara, 4-yard rush, giving him a first down and following it up by a 2-yard rush. It's all right. Hampton gets 8. They got another first down as they work their way close to midfield, losing 2, back to the 45. It's fine. They get 11 yards on the next play. 3rd and 1. A penalty on Franklin Myers. Looks like he jumped off sides. Free first down. Knocked away by Bernard. He's been doing that a lot today. Justin Jefferson down to the 22. Let's watch the remainder of this drive. Typically don't watch a lot of the defense. We have 2 superstars in the middle. We really feel like we should be getting some better pressure. As Fields running, throwing a beautiful pass. Well, at least we got to come in to see a really nice play from Fields. Not good for us. Good thing we got that 2-score lead. And this is going to be a big drive for how the remainder of this game will go. We'll start back at the 24. 4 minutes, 9 seconds. I would prefer us to run the ball a little bit, drain the clock, but I'll take a nice catch there by Duvernay. Good after the catch run, sets us up at the 38. And we're definitely not chewing the clock, so not fantastic. As we do hand the ball off down the middle, beautiful block, and we fumble, but pick it up. Thank you, Blackwell. As a timely little pop-up at the top there, Cardinals are looking to strip the ball. Yeah, I could tell. The Spiller down the middle here, holds onto it, sets us up down towards the 45, in plus territory. About under 2.5 minutes left. Looks like we're maybe now starting to chew the clock a little bit. Tight shotgun look, making an audible or a hot route. Looks like an audible. Down the middle we go. That's Ali with some space inside the 35, down to the 32. Should send us inside the 2-minute warning. And indeed it does, and now it looks like we're definitely going to be trying to run out this clock as we come out in a heavy formation. 3 tight ends out there. Spiller will cut it towards the top, gain about a yard or 2. 2 timeouts remain for the Cardinals, and they're down 2 points. As we sit in shotgun. Hand this one off Spiller with a lot of room. First down inside the 15, down to the 12. 1 minute 51 seconds on the clock, and 1 timeout remaining now for the Cardinals. Making an audible, run down the middle, Spiller, short gain, 5 yards. And now they cannot stop the clock anymore. We're down to the 6. Honestly, just take knees from here, but we're not going to. Be a handoff down the middle, Spiller for a short gain, about 2 yards. Clock working closer to 1 minute. We have 3rd and 3. Looks like we might have a stretch towards the top, maybe a pass. Yep, play action pass. Throw it quick, caught, turn down the sideline. Cousins stretches and in. Gonna retake that 2-score lead. We already had the 2-point lead. Now, we should be sitting a lot more comfortably with a minute left on the clock. And we will go ahead and watch the last minute and 1 second of this game. See what Justin Fields can do here. He has trips down to the bottom, 1 up top. Kamara out of the backfield as he scrambles and dumps it off to Kamara. Quick tackle there from Mathis, 7-yard gain. Again, they do not have any timeouts to use. If they want to stop the clock, they'll have to either just toss it into the dirt or go out of bounds like they did there. 24 passing attempts for Fields on the day, but around 150 passing yards, or exactly 150, as there's a sack. I need to see a replay of that. So coming off the edge here was Omenahu. Kamara swings around Fields to try to help get the block, sending Omenahu over the top and basically tabletops Fields. That was a high-low hit from a player of each team. Well, that is not something you see all too often. 2nd and 17. Fields scrambling around. Pass rush heading back there, and there will be another. Matabuke gets his 3rd of the day. If only he got that in the first game. But it's fine. Victory here. We're back in the win column. But the poor simming continues as we drop the next game to the Denver Broncos, giving up what would appear to be a 4th quarter comeback. We scored 10, we allowed 14, and we lose 24-20. We allowed yet again a 400-plus day from defense. 100 yards on rushing, 326 passing. The defense is just not doing well in Sims today, which is crazy. 3 passing touchdowns for Jared Goff, 1 interception. Townsend couldn't even throw a touchdown, and he only completed 60% of his throws. Rushing game, solid. 4.1 yards a carry for Spiller and a touchdown, 6 yards a carry on 2 carries, and a touchdown for Ali. And Christian Kirk has a 100-yard game, but can't get in the end zone. I just don't get it. Randy Lennon led us in tackles with 11. We definitely have some tackles for loss. 4 of them, Drummond, Mathis, Franklin Myers, and Oliver. And we had 3 sacks, Franklin Myers, Bernard, and Matabuke. And Daniel Saunders got the interception. And Justin Tucker missed yet another field goal. Wouldn't have won us the game, we still would have lost by 1, but I just don't understand what's happening with this team right now. And to make matters worse, we have now dropped out of first place in the AFC South. We've played 1 more game than the Colts have, so we might jump back in. We have another game here against Jacksonville. We lost to them earlier in the season. We have a bye week, week 13, to help make up for that game deficit that the Colts have. We're going to need to see some wins here. And against the Jaguars, we do finally get that sim win. It's still a close game, 24-21. Took a lot of points in the fourth quarter. We almost allowed a comeback, but we stay on top. We finally allowed less than 400 yards on their offense, 325, less than 100 rushing yards, about 250 passing. So better. Mitchell Townsend throws for a little over 250 himself, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, wasn't sacked, and completed only 62% of his passes. Rushing game, could it be better? Under 4 yards an average for all of the runners. But Duvernay continues to be, I think, our best receiver. 108 yards on 5 catches, 1 touchdown. Kirk had 63 on 5. Evans got in the end zone, 60 on 4. And we were led in tackles by Daniel Mathis with 9. We had some tackles for loss. 4, to be specific. Mathis, Bernard, Omenahu, and Oliver. And we had 2 sacks, Ed Oliver and Franklin Myers. And Justin Tucker finally 100% in both field goals and extra points. However, in our bye week, the Colts won, which means they are a half game now above us, sitting at 9-3. If we view the NFL standings, we are now down at 9. So we've dropped 7 spots this entire episode. That is not good. And there is a handful of 8-4 teams, which would move us, if we were the best or higher than the 8-4, we would be sitting at 5, which is where the Colts are. But we are still in the playoff picture with the 5th seed. The Colts are 2nd, meaning that we probably don't have a shot at the first round bye. So it's really just going to come down to who we're going to be playing against in the wild card. So with that said, we still need to win. Browns are first. We could check their record, and they're actually first overall in the league, 10-3. So it's not out of reach, but we would definitely have to have some luck in our favor. Also, the Giants, when we started this episode, were, I think, 7-0. So they haven't had a great episode either, but they've only dropped 2 spots rather than our 7. And in week 14, we're slated to play against the Joe Burrow-led Los Angeles Chargers. They have an 88 overall offense, 84 overall team. Their defense leaves a little bit to be desired, but this is a game that I think we have to win if we're really to help secure our spot in the playoffs. So, let's jump in. And we'll be getting this game going on offense. We're going to have 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top as we sit in shotgun with Townsend. We'll play action pass here. Sit, cross, deep downfield. Nice catch there by Christian Kirk in front of the defender. We're already into plus territory at the 45. Now, we should see some success against their defense. It's going to be how good does our defense match up to their offense. At least on paper, that's what looks like to be the real battle. We'll find our tight end, Sampson across the middle, short game. And on 2nd and 7, staying with a similar formation, we'll hand this one off down the middle. Spiller with a little bit of room to run. We'll make it 3rd and 5. And on that 3rd and medium, we have 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 up top, sitting in shotgun. We hand this one off with a bunch of room to the bottom. But Spiller tries to stick to the middle. And it's a stop. 4th and 3, though. We're going for it. All right, now we're playing for playoff seeding and a potential push for that first round bye. We'll go with the drag route here. Gonna find Duvernay for the first down to about the 25 mark, down at the 26. And if we are gonna have any shot at making that first round bye, we're going to need to see the Browns lose. So we'll have to keep an eye at the bottom scoreboards. And we're gonna need wins. As Spiller with a nice run here on first down, gain of 9. And we'll follow that up by going under center. 2 receivers down to the bottom. Also our tight end down there. 1 receiver up top. Will be a drop back pass. Quick throw. Caught Christian Kirk inside the 5. And we'll head out in shotgun. Bunch to the bottom. 1 lone receiver up top. Spiller swinging out to the top. He is open. Throw it to him. We throw it to him too late. We at least avoid the sack. And on 2nd and goal, we'll head out with the goal line formation. Blackwell drops back to fullback. We bring in an extra offensive lineman. It will be a fullback dive. And he breaks to the outside, tries to set up a fullback stretch when he had all the blocking needed down the middle. Guess we credit that to the lack of ball carrier vision, as he is a 3rd string tight end. Bunch up top, 1 lone receiver down to the bottom. Dropping back, have extra protection, throw to a wide open Christian Kirk, and we'll grab an early lead. So far, offense looked good. But like I mentioned, it's going to be a defensive test here today with Joe Burrow at quarterback. He'll drop back, play action pass. Here comes a pass rush, and he'll throw it away with just enough time to get a clean pass off. An accurate pass as well. Gain of 8. I believe that was Omenahu in pursuit. Just wasn't able to quite get there in time. Doesn't have that top end speed as an edge rusher. Down the middle they go, and that looks like it'll be a first with that last ditch effort. And they'll follow it up by going empty. 2 receivers down to the bottom. Trips up top. Hard count, no one jumps. Burrow sitting in the pocket. Quick throw. Dropped. Number 2 can't hold on to it. And Burrow hasn't had a fantastic year. Only 24, 25 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. So we've seen better from him. As a flag comes in late here, we'll probably be holding. And indeed it is on Trent Brown, so it'll back him up, which really spoils a good run there on first down. 2nd and 20 instead. Burrow across the middle, dropped again by number 2, Drummond in tight coverage. So on 3rd and long, they'll come out with 1 receiver to the bottom, trips up top, sitting in shotgun, quick throw all the way up top, gonna find their tight end, but not much after the catch with a quick tackle there by Tariq Woolen. So overall, pretty good start here for us as we get a 9-yard rush there by Spiller, knocked away on 2nd and short, 3rd and 1. 3-yard loss. At the 40, I kind of want to go for it though. So while it is a bit risky, we'll head out. Townsend back in shotgun. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Hard count, no one jumps. Gonna need to roll down to the bottom, try to buy some time. We have the edge if we could hit it, which we can. Scramble for the first, and yet again another late hit, this time on Davenport. No penalties are being thrown for the young rising star. But we'll keep things going. Throwaway following. Then a 2-yard rush, 3rd and 8, 17 yards. Christian Kirk gets us inside the 35 as we start the 2nd quarter. A short run on 2nd and 5, so he definitely missed a play. 3rd and short, 27 yards down to the goal line. Spiller does not cap it off on the next play. Throwaway. He caps it off on the 2nd down play. We'll take a 2-score lead, and we'll get simming on through this game. I want to get through at least one more, because with the tight race that we currently have in the playoffs, we might save the last 3 games for one last episode before hopefully a playoff run. Gonna again knock on wood. 3rd and 9 after the 2-yard loss. Bellinger gets 25. That'll set him up inside the 25, inside the 20. Now inside the 10, 3rd and 1. Pass thrown away. Defense stands tall. Forces the field goal attempt. Keep it a 14-3 game, still a 2-score game. Spiller follows up with 7 more yards, and then a sack by Alex Highsmith. 3rd and 8, a 2nd sack by Highsmith. So not the best drive to follow up their first score. We'll see what they do following. Nice play. 29 yards to Hardy, gets him into plus territory, now inside the 30. Short gain there by Burrow, 3rd and 1, and Fry converts, one of their backup running backs. He gets more carries. Now inside the 10. Bellinger seems to be a pretty good tight end in these sim games. 1st and 10. Bellinger, touchdown. Offense, what do you got for us? What was at one point a 14-0 lead has now shrunk to a 14-10 lead. We have less than 2 minutes before half. Finally get that pass off. Luckily, Spiller breaks that tackle, setting up the halfback screen, going down the sideline at the 40, 30, 35, drop down at the 27. That's going to be the best screenplay you probably are going to see on this channel. More specifically, the halfback screens. We've had some good receiver screens, but the halfback screens just seem to rarely work. They almost didn't there, as that is a heck of a grab by Duvernay. Tight coverage, diving one-hand grab. And following a timeout, we'll head back out. 1 minute, 1 second on the clock here before halftime. Quick throw, caught Duvernay once again, this time down to the 12 as we call our 2nd timeout. Wouldn't say that's particularly the best time to take that timeout, as we still have about a minute on the clock. 1st and 10, Townsend in the pocket. We'll dump this one off, and I'm okay with Spiller dropping that one. Wasn't going to be much of a gain unless he broke the tackle, which on that halfback screen he did. But unless he didn't, it would have just been a gain of 1 and a good chunk of time off the clock, and that pass inaccurate from Townsend. That is one thing with Madden Sim, is that the timing routes are off more often than not. 3rd and 10 here. Back in shotgun. Pass across the middle. Sampson with a heck of a grab. First down and about triple coverage. Setting us up for first and goal at the 2, under 30 seconds. Still have a timeout. Spiller with a handoff. Stretches for it, and he's in. Gonna re-widen that lead to another 2-score advantage. Barely getting into the end zone there. And that was definitely a lot of highlight plays that weren't, scoring plays. So I might make a combination of that drive down towards the red zone or inside the red zone as we start the second half here. But yeah, might make a compilation of that drive for the shorts / TikTok highlights I make of these videos. Probably pretty good. So if you haven't seen those, check those out. As the Chargers start off the second half with the ball here, working their way past midfield with Bellinger getting that catch. Mitchell, first down run as they work their way down towards the 30. 8-yard rush there by Mitchell. And he won't get the first down there. They say 3rd and inches. It's fine. He converts for them as they work their way down closer to the red zone. Fry with a 5-yard gain. Rondale Moore gets him inside the 20, inside the 10 or at the 10. 2nd and 5, throw away. 3rd and 5, throw away. Force the field goal? Yes, they hit it. 21-13. And we'll continue with the quicker sim here. If we get into the red zone, we'll definitely watch. Christian Kirk gets us the first down there. Townsend rushes. Doesn't do that all too often, although, as I say it, back-to-back plays. 3rd and 1, Spiller converts as we get it up to midfield. Knocked away by McDuffie, I believe his 2nd of the game. A lot of rushing on this drive. 3rd and 6, 16-yard pass to Mike Evans. Followed up by a 10-yard pass to Spiller. So, Highsmith back again. That's, I think, his 3rd sack as we do start the 4th quarter here for 3rd and 16, and Christian Kirk converts. Down to the 4. We'll just go ahead and sim this one on through as Dexter Lawrence gets the sack. 2nd and goal, 7-yard rush by Spiller down to the 1, and we don't get the touchdown. But I really want that touchdown. So we'll come out here. We're going to go for it. Going to send Kirk on a zig route. Duvernay underneath, have Sampson to the outside, but we're going to go all the way to the outside. Kirk gets both feet in. That pass was put only where Kirk was going to get it. And even he almost didn't get out there, but great catch. Maybe a little bit better throw next time from Townsend. Pass rush coming in, probably forced a slightly inaccurate pass, but drags the toes. That one's good. And that'll give us a little bit more of a comfortable lead here, up 15 points in the 4th quarter. Chargers with the ball with 3rd and 6. Throw away. Do they go for it on 4th down? They do, and they convert. 11-yard gain there by Moore. We get a 2-yard loss following. It's fine. Moore back again for 15. They'll lose another 2. What, do they get 16? No, just 5 this time. 3rd and 7. Converting. First down Hardy as they get inside the 35. Now inside the red zone. Let's jump in here. See how our defense stands. Burrow leads the offense out in a heavy set. 2 tight ends and a fullback. In the I formation, 1 lone receiver up top. They go the dive down the middle with really good blocking. There wasn't anyone to touch him for the first 7 yards. Now sitting inside the 10. 1st and goal. 2 receivers either side. Burrow will take the snap, hand it off. Mitchell down the middle. Will get forward, down to the 3. Now it's Macho versus Macho here. 2nd and goal. The goal line formations come out. Hand off down the middle. Not going to get a whole lot, about a yard. Although it looks like they got a much more favorable spot. Don't know if that's accurate or not. 3rd and goal here. Hard count, no one jumps. Going to send their tight end in motion for the trap dive and into the end zone. Lessening their deficit. They still need another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. However, the Chargers did not attempt to go with an onside, so they expect their defense can get the stop here as we are passing on 1st down and overthrowing Duvernay. So definitely so far in favor of the Chargers' choice. 2 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock. All 3 timeouts for both teams. Chargers down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We'll toss this one towards the top, stopping the clock. It would have stopped either way with the 2-minute warning. But not a great gain. I would have rather ran the ball at least once on that 2nd or 3rd down. Or 1st or 2nd down. 3rd and 7 here. As that's when we decide to run. Spiller with the stretch. Might have just sealed this game for us. 1 more 1st down would for surely do it. Under 2 minutes, they've wasted one of their timeouts. I would have saved it. But they elect to use it, now using their 2nd. And speaking of second, it's 2nd and 5 here. As we sit in shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. Spiller, handoff down the middle, and that will do it. We will walk away with the victory in this game. And I think this game really just proves that we will play to the level of our opponent, no matter who it is. If we could only find a way to just fix that a little bit and just play as good as we know we can. And if we want to grab that top spot, that's exactly what we're going to have to do. We will definitely be watching a little bit here of the Seattle Seahawks game, and we will have one more episode of the regular season. We are back on top of the AFC South with the Colts dropping their last game. We are now half game up. But what about in the total of the NFL? We are working our way back up to 6. So only have dropped 4 spots in total. The Browns drop out of that first spot with the Giants retaking that first spot. So we still have a bit of room to go. We're going to have to pretty much win 2 games and the Browns lose 2 games. It's the safest way to say. We have 4 games left, so there's still a chance at a first round bye. And you would imagine against a struggling Seahawks team that are 5-8, we should be able to get a win that we need. But they do have a really talented offense, 89 overall. Their defense, not as good, but more so level with the level of our offense. So we'll see. We need a win here against the Josh Allen-led Seattle Seahawks. And we'll be starting off this game in the sim. This will be a red zone style of sim episode where we're really just going to watch what happens when we get down into that said red zone. Try to get through this game a little bit quicker. Again, we should have the better team, but they do have a really good offense, and they're moving the ball down the field here. Inside, not inside the red zone. 3rd and 1. Defense stands tall, forces the field goal. They get 3 points early on. Now, how does our offense respond? It's supposed to be slightly better, at least on paper, than their defense. 3rd and 2. Nice conversion. Spiller keeps us going. Duvernay gets us into plus territory. 8 more yards to Sampson as we get down to the red zone. So let's finish off this drive here with 6 points, and an extra point would be nice as well. 2 receivers down to the bottom, 1 up top as we go the play action pass. Dumped off, Duvernay, gain of about 4. Or they'll give us the extra yard and call it 5. No problem with that. Flipping the formation here. Quick drop back, throw across the middle, going to be caught. Mike Evans down to the 6. And now we'll come out with the full house look. We really don't run this that often. It will be a drop back pass as we go with some curls, it looked like. Dump this one off down the middle. Going to be Spiller down to the 2. And now the big boys' turn. See who gets the big push. As the goal line formations head on out, Spiller will get the stretch toward the top, gets a nice block, and we are in. Even shoves off the last defender there for the Seahawks, and we do get those 6 points. And during that kick prior to the Seahawks taking the field here on offense, the Browns won today. So if we're to keep up, we need to win, and we just allowed a 50-yard pass to Bryan Edwards for a touchdown. That also ends the first quarter, so not a great last play there for us. Like I said, we need the win in this game to keep up with the Browns to give us a shot next episode, and a 17-yard gain there on 3rd and 10 will definitely help us out. 15 more yards, Mike Evans gets us into plus territory. 14. Wow. More yards for Christian Kirk. Not into the red zone yet. 2nd and 10. Close. Do we get the first down here on 3rd and 4? Yes. So once again, we'll jump in here down at the 11, more like the 10, 10.2, with a strong I formation. Spiller cuts towards the top. He should have cut towards the, or I guess the top would actually be where he should have cut towards. Towards the bottom was where he went. It'll actually go for a loss of 1 rather than what should have been a pretty good gain if he did go up top. Looks like we're setting up a pass here. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. And as I say that, we hand it off. Spiller down the middle, fumbles. That ball coughed up, and jumping on was Townsend to recover, setting up a 3rd and 14 at the 14. We have about half a yard we could get prior to the goal line for a fresh set of downs. It will be a pass, quick pass throw here. Sampson across the middle. I really want to go for it. So on 4th and 6, we'll head out here in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Going to run the slant play. Hard count, no one jumps. Gonna have a receiver open and a beautiful throw there to Mike Evans. White right in the window, in between the safety and the linebacker. We're gonna retake that lead. Just a great throw there by Townsend as we are now back up 14-10. Defense gonna need you to stand tall here and not allow any more 50-yard touchdown passes. I get it, they have some good guys on their team, but if we could keep it a more ticky-tacky kind of game, and T. Higgins gets about 30, setting him up just outside of the 30. Throw away on first down, throw away on second down. Defense on 3rd and 10 only allows a 4-yard rush, and they kick the field goal, making it 14-13. Offense, you have 2.5 minutes. Let's march down the field here, score another touchdown before half. Now work inside 2 minutes here with a 7-yard rush by Spiller. 1st and 10, 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4, 9-yard gain as we get inside the 45, inside the 40. About a minute left on the clock. 2nd and 4, get the first down rush by Townsend. Under a minute left, 10 yards. Let's watch from here. So also let me know if I need to jump in to help control the clock. We have 2 timeouts remaining. 54 seconds on the clock. We're down at the 23. Be a pistol pass here. Gonna dump it off. Spiller has some room to run. Juke towards the defender. Interesting. Calling our second timeout. And we don't get the first down. They mark it 2nd and essentially inches, about the length of a football. It will be a pass here. Townsend in the pocket. Throw to the bottom. Caught. Mike Evans breaks a tackle a yard shy. We still have 40 seconds and counting, so plenty of time here. We don't need to rush. Now down to 25 seconds. Still have that timeout. 1st and goal pass play. Townsend in the pocket. Needs to get rid of it, and he doesn't. Please tell me we call the timeout, which we do. Now, I'm going to jump in here with the offense, mostly because I feel like they would have sent out the field goal team, and I want a touchdown here. Sampson, wide open, beautiful pass, beautiful route. Didn't want the field goal. I wanted the touchdown, and that's what we have. And on top of that, I want the 2-point conversion. We're up 7. I want to go up 2 scores here. We'll make a slight audible here with a beautiful route ran there by Duvernay on the zig. And we will go up that 2 possessions, 12 seconds left before half. So let's jump back on into simming, see what our defense can do here to round out the first half. 5 seconds left, time for one more play. And it's a knockaway by Lennon. So actually, no, that was the last play. We'll start the second half here with the ball as well. So we're already up 2 scores. We could widen this lead. After this short run, Spiller converts. Keep things going here with not more running. Pass to Duvernay. 17-yard gain gets us into plus territory. 11 more yards Sampson. 16 more yards Mike Evans as we're back inside the red zone. And we'll head out with a bunch to the top. One lone receiver to the bottom is Evans. Sitting in the pocket, throwing underneath. Caught. Christian Kirk, 9-yard gain. Closing in on 300 passing yards is Townsend. As we head out with a 2 tight end set, will be a pass. Across the middle, caught. Touchdown, Christian Kirk. And it looks like the CPU is even wanting to go for 2 here. Trying to go up 17 points. Quick throw across the middle. Sampson is in. Domination looks good. And with the CPU going there, it feels like they're learning my playstyle calling for it, because not only going up 17 does it widen our lead, but it makes it a 3-score game as Ed Oliver gets the sack, but makes it a 3-score game rather than keeping it still a 2-score game. So I love it. Love to see it. Matabuke gets a sack here. 2nd and 20. They lose 2 more yards. 3rd and 22. They get 20. I'm assuming they're going to go for it here on 4th. No, they kick the field goal. Okay, so they make it just a 2-score game. How does our offense respond? Spiller, 5-yard gain, then knocked away by Generals. 3rd and 5, dropped by Isaiah Spiller. He doesn't do that all too often, but occasionally it does happen. So the Seahawks finally get their stop. Can they get themselves back in this game? 3rd and 5, only a gain of 4. Do they go for it? No, they punt it away. They're not being very aggressive, and that might come back to hurt them as we get close to the 4th quarter. One more play. Yeah, one more play was the throwaway. So we'll punt, and then they'll start deep in their own territory, but a solid gain on first down sets them up towards the 25, losing 2. 3rd and short, 14 yards Brian Edwards. As there was an injury, I believe it was one of our players. I just skipped past it before I realized what was happening. 3rd and 5, sack by Terrell Bernard. That could be big. 4th and 15, they throw it away. That could potentially seal this game. Maybe one more. Yeah, it looks like we'll have at least one more red zone look. Currently sitting up 14 points, looking to make it 21 late here in the game. About 5.5 minutes, less than 5.5 minutes left. As they go with a quick throw up top, Mike Evans gets the grab, toe taps. And that throw does put Townsend over 300 on the day. 2nd and 2, 2 receivers down to the bottom. Will be another pass here from Townsend. Going across the middle, caught by Duvernay, spinning down to the 1. And we'll spread wide here down an inch before the goal line. 2 receivers either side. Hand this one off. Spiller capping this game off. And that's a little bit of a late tackle, but no flags down. Just synonymous with the rest of this episode. I would like to say we could just go ahead and quick sim on out the rest of this game, but we'll just do it a little bit slower with some pace still. As they work their way down into plus territory, 22 yards, Pat Freiermuth, as they get down inside the goal line, or inside the red zone, not goal line. We haven't watched the defense yet in this game, so we'll give them a look here as we come out with the double A gap look. They come out with 2 tight ends to the bottom, 2 receivers stacked up top. Will be a pass, not a pass, sack but face mask by number 22. That's the free safety. Doesn't get back there often, and we see why. So what could have been a really good play ends up in favor of the Seahawks. First down at the 12. Quick throw underneath, going to be caught. Is that Freiermuth? Maybe, no, 88's Freiermuth. Not sure who 84 is, but he has the catch for him, down to the 4. Sitting just outside 2 minutes, maybe one more play here before that warning. If they get the ball off, which they do, quick throw, touchdown. So they do claw their way back slightly. And it does look like they're going for the onside kick. Going to be easily recovered. That was kicked right to Duvernay. And he's been our best receiver this year. He's not letting that one get by him. So we should be able to just go ahead and run this one out. We're up 14 points. 6-yard gain on first down. But somehow we're at 3rd and 16. I have no idea what happened. We get 6 yards there. Do we kick the field goal? We missed that field goal. Was a 58-yarder. We're still up 2 scores. About a minute and a half on the clock. 25 yards, Freiermuth. Gets them down to about the goal line with a second 25-yard gain and a touchdown rush by Josh Allen. And just like that, it is a touchdown game. Luckily, we end up recovering the onside kick and can go ahead and kneel this one out. We gave up way too many points there at the end. Defense has to just play cleaner than that in general. But we got the win. We're staying up with the Browns. Still a game behind them, but it's a lot better than 2 games behind them with 3 games left. We'll grab one more win for this episode. And after giving up a lot of yards late in that game, we still end up with a slightly better passing game. They did get the best of us in the rushing department. No turnovers in this game, but a lot of points scored. And this is where we will leave it off. With 3 games left, Kansas City Chiefs, LA Rams, and the Colts, who we are now a game and a half up on in the AFC South. Jaguars, not a good season for them. Titans, not a good season. But for us, finally are having a good season. No matter what happens the remainder of this year, we will finally finish over 500. I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've done that in this series. But how are we sitting in the NFL total? With that win, we stay at 6 and have clinched a spot in the playoffs. However, our seeding is still up for change. The Browns are 11-3. We are 10-4, which means we still need to win 2 games. We need them to lose 2 games. And then it'll be a toss-up for that last final game to see who gets that first round bye. So still a lot in the play for the final episode of season 4 regular season. We will be finally making it to the playoffs. If you're new to this series or this challenge, whenever we do get to the playoffs, the format changes. It is 1 game per episode. We watch the full game. That way there's no spoiler based off the length of the video as if we make it to the Super Bowl or not. So that will change. However, you could get more videos per week if we hit certain like goals on those playoff. Obviously, we need to win the playoff game. And if we do, and that video gets 50 likes, that's what the goal has been so far. So a win and 50 likes means the next playoff game is posted the next day. Even if we have the Commanders videos also on that day, it would be 2 videos that day. So a lot coming up. Make sure you guys are subscribing. If you're watching on your phone, you can just hit my bear icon on the bottom right. Or if you're watching on anything else that doesn't have that bear icon showing up, just scroll down, hit that subscription button, but make sure you take that bell icon to be notified of when my videos go live. This series posted every Wednesday and Saturday, unless we're in the playoffs. And then the Commanders Replacement Squad series posted every Monday and Thursday. So at least 2 series, 4 videos a week, a lot coming. Make sure you guys are sticking around. Playoff first seeding, possibly, in the play next episode. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.